If you do it, you do it. I'm
See,
different, bro.
when I was younger, when I was younger, bro, I got 7 kids, homie. When I was younger, yeah. But now, like, once I kind of, grow up a little bit, bro, I just can't do it. You feel me? Like, it ain't in me.
Yeah, we got all biz in the building. Thank you for hitting the link, bro.
Shout out to June. Shout
I,
out to June. I fuck with you, bro. I
I
really do,
appreciate
bro.
you hitting the link, gang. I
Really
appreciate
do,
it.
bro.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on, bro?
I don't know. You tell me, cuz. You tell me.
Okay. I'll start right here, right? Okay. I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. You believe that Miss Angel came out to expose Mark as being gay or trying to expose his pictures or something like that, right? That's
No,
what you think this is, or you think she's
no,
mad? Yeah.
no. I never said that. Never alluded to that. Never. No, I don't feel that. Nope.
Okay. So what do you think she's coming out to do?
Um. Now. That's I cannot answer for Miss Angel because I don't know. My whole thing when I
She's
got,
right
I
here.
was she okay. She's right there, right? So she can answer for herself. But you asked me a question, so I'm answering. I
Yeah,
All
cannot
big,
I'm all
answer.
this right now.
I
all
cannot
big,
answer for Miss Angel because I don't know what her reason was.
all
I can
big.
only go ahead.
You said she was scorned.
I
Like,
Yes,
no,
I feel like she was
what
scorned.
you
It
said?
sounded like it sounded because now the reason why I feel like she was scorned is because when Dante asked her, "What was your reason for bringing this information out?" and this is not verbatim, I'm paraphrasing. Her initial response was, "Well, once I found out he had a girlfriend, I felt like he shouldn't have been talking to me while he had a girlfriend," which is the reason why I said she was scorned.
But ain't all she said though. All
That
being
that again, Detroit 313. This you, brother? This you?
Yo, what up though?
That was her initial statement, correct or not correct?
No,
Nah,
no,
you correct. You
no, you
correct.
correct. But what did she say after that? She said, "I'm not."
No, wait now, hold on, 313, brother, hold on. Now we're gonna deal with one thing at a
All
time.
right, go ahead.
June asked me a question. I answered it. Her initial statement was when Dante asked her, "What was the reason you're bringing this information out?" Her response, again, this is not verbatim, I'm paraphrasing. Her response was, "Well, once I heard that he had another girlfriend, I felt like he shouldn't have been playing with me." Again, I'm paraphrasing. This isn't verbatim. So that's the reason why I said she was scorned. Now go ahead with another question and I will answer it.
Okay, so after that, she did say true or false. She said because he shouldn't do women like that. She was letting people know what he did, and he did do it.
Oh,
So what is the lie?
okay, okay, 313. What is your question to me for me though?
I was
All
like,
right, I got you. All right, so look, all biz, right?
Yes.
So do you agree with that?
Do
Like,
I agree with what?
uh, leading a woman on to believe that it could be more, and then just basically she found out that you actually have a girl, and now you want to say something about it. Do you
Okay.
agree with that?
Okay, so now June 313 and everybody on the panel except for Queen of the Dance, because I don't talk to you, don't want to talk to you. And I really, if I knew you was up here, I wouldn't have got on here. But I'll say this. Uh we can all now I don't really need to, I'm gonna answer it, but I think you already know the answer to that. June 5th, you've talked to me. We've been on lives. 313, you've talked to me. We've been on lives together. Y'all can kind of gather what my thoughts are on things. And no, you cannot mislead a lady. That is not appropriate. Never in life. However, as we were asking Miss Angel questions, and as I was asking her questions, not as as an advocate for Mark, I'm asking questions to gather information so I can get a better understanding about things. That's the reason why I answer I ask certain questions the way I do because I want to know in my mind. Because this is all just content. None
right,
of this matters.
right.
So that's the reason why I was asking questions. It wasn't to drill her. It wasn't to honorate Mark. It wasn't to villainize Mark. It wasn't to villainize Miss Angel. I just want to get an understanding because the narrative was put out there that Mark had some homosexual activity going on in these videos. So, okay.
No. I didn't. I don't know who pushed that narrative. You may be misunderstood. Like maybe I put a title, but if
Okay.
I put a title, That's clickbaiting to get everybody to come in.
Absolutely.
That's
Agreed.
not. That's
Agreed.
not. When
Agreed.
you click the link and you see the content is the actual content.
It's
Agreed.
something.
I
If
agree.
I gotta reel you in, I gotta reel you in.
Okay,
Hey,
now,
Mark
now
know that.
I
hold on,
agree.
hey,
I agree, y'all. I agree 100%
June,
with what you
hey,
just said, June. Yeah,
last
go
night I
ahead.
dropped a video called Dracula's Wedding.
Go ahead,
It
brother.
was,
I'm
it was
listening.
some other shit, and it wasn't even that. But man, I got 1,000 hits on fucking on
For
subscribe
sure. For sure.
in
I
an hour.
understand. I understand. I'm giving y'all my perspective. Remember, I'm big on perspective and perception. So I was
Right.
asking certain questions so I could understand, and I'm also asking questions so the people in the chat and the people who are listening can get a better understanding. Now, I'm not saying I'm fucking Judge Joe Brown. I know I'm not a lawyer. Shit, man. However, I do read and I will study. No, I'm not a psychologist, but I will read and I will study. No, I'm not a philosopher, but I will read and I will study. And that's all that was. No disrespect to Miss Angel. And I love women, maybe too much sometimes.
All this. Have Mark come on the panel then, man.
I mean, listen, y'all. Now listen, y'all. Now listen. I talked to Mark, and June was on the live. I think he was listening. Mark doesn't want to come on nobody else live. Now June is gonna. I mean, now I'm just gonna say that right there. Now we're gonna have to. Ain't no week. June and Mark gonna have to work out who's gonna be on whose live. I'm just a bystander, man.
Nah, we don't gotta work it out. We don't gotta work it
Okay,
out.
well, what I'm saying is,
I don't
are
want
you gonna come to their live? That's what I meant. Are you gonna go over there and talk? Is he gonna come over there and talk? That's what I'm talking about. I don't mean like working nothing out, mending no bridges and working together. I'm saying y'all gonna have to decide if y'all gonna want content on whoever channel. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I
Albeit,
understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead,
ma'am.
Miss Angel.
Yes, ma'am.
albeit,
Yes.
I think you may have a misunderstanding of why I did what I did or why I said the things that I said. It has nothing to do with me being scorned. And to come out and say who wants an old woman, she's desperate and this, that, and the third,
Hold Angel, you
that's
never Miss
absolutely
Angel.
false.
Miss
That's
Angel, all
absolutely
due
false. No.
Let her
Wait,
talk,
wait,
all
wait, wait.
let her
Let me
talk. Let her
let me
talk.
finish.
respect.
Let me finish.
Respect.
The point that I was trying to prove is every time Mark and I spoke offline when I did ask him about the other girl because they were talking about her online, he denied it. Then I would watch the live and he would speak on her again. But when I initially asked him about it, he said it was like for TV. It was just like for YouTube because you don't want to let everybody know who you're really dealing with. So I took it as he was just coming out saying about a young girl for YouTube purposes until he put her on speakerphone one night and I heard her voice on the live. I called him after that and I said, you're gonna tell me about the 26-year-old? And he goes, oh, don't believe the hype, don't believe the hype. I said, you're lying because I heard the live.
Baby, what?
So
Miss
right
So
there,
do you have a better understanding now?
Yes, ma'am. But Miss Angel, here's what I said. If y'all go, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna just say that right off top. But the but is this: the other night when we all were on live, when you first came out with it, what I said was based on the information that is out. No, I don't feel like he led you on. Now you are telling me an entirely different. You are presenting an entirely different information that was not said the other night.
you
This is
want to
what
see
I'm
the
gonna say
text
to y'all.
message, all biz? You want to see the text messages where she asked him specifically about the 26-year-old and he denies it?
Yes, put it up.
I'm about to show you right now.
Put it up. Put it up. And I'm only saying that because Miss Angel, you did not present this information the other night when we was on live. So I was
I
only
think
going.
I did. You maybe,
Nah,
maybe,
nah,
Maybe
maybe
you might have.
it
it's
fell
my
You might
through.
have.
fault.
Maybe it fell through the cracks because a lot
Nah,
of
Yeah,
people
it's
were
my fault
talking.
because
that's right. That's right.
it's my fault. It's my fault because I have the information. I'm the one that's supposed to post it, but it's like you understand that I can't just put everything out in one.
I already know, June. You don't operate that way, bro. I already know you don't operate that way, bro. That's why
Yeah,
I give you props, brother. And I'm not gonna talk
yeah,
bad about you.
yeah. That's why I play it a certain way. So now, now I'll post the the text messages, so y'all can continue our conversation real quick. I'm about to
Go,
post the
go
text.
ahead, Angel. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm gonna listen to you. Go ahead.
So yeah, so basically, that's just, to me, he wasn't forthcoming. When I first started talking to him, I asked him, I asked questions because of things that I have seen in this world. He has a documentary that's out, that he says that it's false. He was just acting. Okay, cool. I can roll with that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying. You wanted some, you wanted to be on TV. You wanted this. You wanted that. That's cool. But out here in the real world, once a man addresses me as wanting to be intimate with me, I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you to do certain things, and that's for my safety and your safety. When I
Natural.
asked him, when after he spoke to me about spending the night with me, I said, okay, if I come to you, we can go and get a STI test. We, that way both of us would know the status of what's going on. So I also, would ask certain questions, and I think that maybe he just didn't want, he doesn't want anyone questioning him. That's what I think. I think I think that I was a little too much for him. I think that maybe I was a little too mature for him.
So now, all biz, you
Yeah.
see the screen. This
Hold-
is her. This is her text message to Mark.
Let me
I
blow it up.
said that because of you and your 26-year-old. You're just trying to cut me off. Mark hits her back and said, "That's the main reason why I don't ask people for nothing. Look, I don't know what you talking about, but I'm not on that. I'm at work, super tired." He denies it.
Now,
He
now,
denies.
be fair, June. To be fair, where's the date? Because you know that's going to be a topic, and you know that's going to be an issue. Now listen. I am not no damn lawyer. Y'all made a goddamn thumbnail of me, damn it. Which is funny.
Nah. That was see, all biz.
It's funny.
That
I'm giving
wasn't
you
you.
credit.
I had no intention. I wasn't even thinking about you when I made that
Facts,
thumbnail.
facts. So I'm just implanting myself, maybe. Okay, so
Yes,
I took
yes.
some. Okay, well, listen. I
You
took
see what I'm saying? All biz.
respect. Now, Miss Angel. Now, and Dante, if Dante is listening, now Mark says that he met Miss Angel apparently 3 months to 4 months before he met. Now I see the text messages. I'm just going off of what, because Dante introduced Miss Angel to Mark, and he also introduced
No,
Mark's
that's
lady.
not true. That's not true. Dante
Okay,
did not do that.
okay. What? No.
Uh,
Wait now,
um,
Miss Angel. Wait now. I'm only going by what
mhm.
Mark is saying,
Yeah,
Why
right?
well,
does
that's
it
a
So
lie.
really
so
matter?
so if you have contradicting evidence, then okay. So bring it out.
This is the
Yeah,
evidence right here, though.
I don't really post text messages. I met Mark before Christmas because he
On the
even
live.
admitted it. He said I sent him $10 for Christmas. I met Mark before Christmas
Okay.
of 2024.
Okay.